CLEP exams are one of the best ways to earn non-traditional college credit inexpensively and quickly, but they can be very difficult to study for. So today we're going to share with you, based on our personal experience, the 7 best CLEP study resources. And number 1 is actually this book right here, the CLEP College Board Study Guide. You can buy these study guides individually for $10 a piece, or you can get this overall one for $25. You can get them on the College Board website or on Amazon, and they go through a lot of different study questions. They give very detailed explanations of the tests, and they're a great way to get an understanding of what you're going to be tested on. They give you like a percentage breakdown of what's included in each CLEP, the kind of skills you'll need to master, and then you can actually go and practice some of those skills on the research questions or the study questions that they have, even though they're not super thorough and don't give very good or sometimes any explanations of what the right answers are or why they are the right answers. But it's a very, very good place to start because it helps you set the parameters for what you're going to need to accomplish.
Speedy Prep is another great resource. You pay $30 a month to access flashcards for 24 of the 33 CLEP exams. Now, the CLEP exams that they don't cover are mostly foreign language and advanced mathematics classes that most of our viewers will probably not be interested in anyways. Now, the interesting thing about Speedy Prep is if you take their tests and if you achieve 90% mastery and then go on to fail the CLEP test, they will refund the money that you spent for their service. So this is something that we definitely recommend. They're only a few years old, but in the short time that they've been on the market, they have really demonstrated some success in helping students prepare for the CLEP.
At number 3, Instant Cert is the flashcard service that I used a ton when I was earning my CLEP exams. They only cost $20 a month. They only cover about 26 of the CLEPs as well as plenty DSSTs, but they do cover some that Speedy Prep doesn't. One of the really cool things about them, though, is that they track the successes of their people. So after somebody's used Instant Cert, they can go back and report whether they passed or failed. And currently on their website for Introductory Business Law CLEP, they show that 460 of their users have attempted that CLEP and that 92% have reported passing, which is actually super cool. Plus, they've got the degree forum discussion boards you can go on where people talk about CLEP and give advice and all sorts of really good stuff.
REA books are the bread and butter of any CLEP study strategy because they offer a broad introduction to any topic, especially if you don't have a lot of experience with it. These cover 27 of the 33 different CLEP exams, and they come in all different topics. This one is for chemistry, even though this is a slightly older version. Another great thing about REA books is that they include a practice test and study strategy for each of these 27 CLEP exams, so we highly recommend this as a resource. We don't recommend that you use these books as your only resource for passing a CLEP exam, but these are great for getting a grounding in a topic that you're new to.
I am super bitter that Modern States was not around when I was taking CLEP exams because these guys have taken CLEP study to a whole new level. Not only is every study resource that they offer free, but in some cases they will actually help pay for your first college year's worth of CLEP test if you qualify. Essentially, they've got these extended courses with very professional videos from experts, a lot that you can do reading-wise, and once you get to a certain level, you'll be very confident that you can pass the CLEP exam. Modern States may be becoming the only super necessary CLEP test study resource, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't still use other study resources that maybe fit with your learning style better or that can help to round out your perspective on something. At the same time, though, they really are pretty amazing.
Another amazing resource that I know I have used in years past has been just a quick Google search. If you run across something, especially in something like the REA College Board resource, where they refer to a term such as, let's say, mitosis, and you don't quite know what that is, plug it into a Google search and you will be presented with a wealth of information about that specific topic. So don't be shy. If you're going through one of these resources and you have a question, do a quick Google search. You may find that information will come in handy on your CLEP exam.
And now we're coming to the final and what may also be my very favorite CLEP study resource. This one I would credit with having gotten me through the 24 CLEP exams that I took. Is Peterson's practice tests. And practice tests are hugely important to your success because they're going to be how you judge whether you're ready or not to take a CLEP test. So these guys basically, they have practice CLEP tests for every single CLEP except for German. You pay a $49 per month subscription, which, trust me, is well worth it. And then, like I would usually take a Peterson's practice test right before I started studying for a CLEP to see where I was at, do some studying, take the second practice test, do some more studying, take the third practice test, and if I got a good enough score in that third one, I was ready to take the CLEP test. I found that generally 70% of the time I scored higher on the CLEP test than I did on Peterson's, which is not a guarantee to you, but for me, if I scored high enough on the Peterson's, I felt pretty good about how well I'd do on the CLEP test. Plus, they've also got lots of study resources and practice tests for DSST, the PSAT, ACT, SAT, which is not going to be applicable to a ton of you guys, but maybe you have kids who could be using that as well. Those are the top 7 study resources for the CLEP exams. We hope that that's been helpful to you guys, and be sure to check out this video where we helped somebody from Reddit figure out how to graduate college much more cheaply. And below down here, we've got the Graduate U checklist where you can learn how to go from 0 degree to diploma in hand.